welcome back to the Dice Tower's coverage of the GAMA Trade Show 2015. I'm Eric Summerer, and I'm here with Justin DeWitt from Fireside Games, and we have a new expansion for a game that my son has been particularly interested in the last several months. This is Castle Panic: The Dark Titan.
Yes, with ominous music in the background. You guys can do that.
Right? We'll do that. Awesome. So how does this expand the base game?
It adds a whole bunch of crazy new stuff. The biggest thing is this guy right here, Agronach. An 8-point monster who is the Dark Titan after which it is named.
Wow.
He's so big, he's not only a whole new shape, you have to flip him over to get to his last few points, and you may notice he's missing a 1.
Yes,
you
I
actually
do.
have to hit him twice to finish him on his last turn.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he has a whole bunch of special abilities too that I won't go into, but they make the game a lot more tougher because there's things you can't do to this guy you can do to normal monsters.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm really excited about is how we bring him into play. The game comes with 5 Agronach cards, levels 1 through 5. And 1 is the easiest. This is when you're learning and getting started.
Okay.
Level 5 is, wow, we're in trouble. So it's a difficulty scale. And the way it works is you pick either one you want to fight by choice or random.
Okay.
And then...
So you don't know what level he's on.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you do the random choice, it's a surprise. You may get the easy one, you may get something terrifying. He's locked right now and won't enter the game until his heralds release him. And they're done by coming out of the bag, just like regular monsters.
Yeah.
The first 3 heralds, though, don't go on the board. They go to unlock him. Each herald has a special power when they arrive, and they go on these little slots. Think of them as keys in a lock.
Yeah.
Get the 3rd one, now you're in trouble. Not only have you had 3 terrible effects, they go away. Agronach then goes on your board, and the card flips over, and you go, oh no, we have to fight a level whatever.
Yeah.
And each level has different abilities. Most of them, after he moves, you're going to roll a die, and the results are going to be something terrible. Like in this one, for example, he throws a boulder at you if you roll a 5 or 6. So good luck with that. That'll be a lot of fun.
So are there good things that we get in order to help combat this?
There are some good things. Let me show you the rest of the bad things. Though,
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Let's go all bad
You
first.
get a boom troll, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a troll that explodes when he hits your any part of your castle. So the good news is he dies, losing all his health when he touches your castle, but he takes out both your walls and your towers in whatever arc he's in. So don't let him touch your tower. You also get elite monsters. These new guys have a little icon on them. It looks like a die result of 1 or 2 with a line through.
Yeah.
That means when you want to fight elite, you play your card, then you roll the die. On a 1 or 2, you miss. These guys are smart enough to get out of the way. And there are elite orcs, elite goblins, elite trolls. They all work the same way, but they have different health based on what they are. And then lastly, one of my favorites, the Dark Sorceress. She's a 4-point monster who shows up, and this red band is to indicate she's a lasting effect. First off, everybody discards a card of their choice when she shows up, but then for the rest of the game, everyone is down one size of your hand until she's destroyed. So your 5 cards just became 4 or whatever. And again, with a lasting effect, you've got to kill her. So then we do give you some good things.
Good, yes, thank you.
You get some new castle cards. For example, you get Boiling Oil. It comes in red, green, and blue, and it is... pretty awesome. It's basically a super duper swordsman. It hits all monsters in the swordsman ring. You're pouring oil over the walls of the castle, so you hit everything in the red, green, or blue swordsman.
Well, that's cool.
That's pretty awesome. Barrage is a card that in the right situation is awesome. You call out either a color or a ring, everyone gets to play whatever you just called out of their hand. So if I say red, everyone plays all their red cards.
Oh, neat.
Which is great, for example, when an 8-point monster shows up in red, and you have
to hit them twice to kill them.
Yes. And then the final piece, which is really exciting, is the Cavalier. This is really one of the new set of mechanics that are going to be in some of the future expansions too, because now you get to mess with the board in different ways. The Cavalier is this little guy right here.
Okay.
The guy on a horse.
Nice.
He is placed in the swordsman ring, and then after you've played all your cards, but before the monsters move, you take control of him, and you can move him around the board. I tell a lot of players it's kind of like a guided missile, because you can direct him into monsters, and he will fight monsters when he's in the same space for you. He has 2 points of health, and he trades those with the monster's health as damage. So in this situation, if he was fighting a 3-point monster, he would do all his 2 points and die in a heroic sacrifice, and knock this guy down to 1.
Okay.
We could also have him fight 1-point monsters all day long, because the deal is, if he's not killed,
he recharges.
Resets. Yes,
that's pretty cool.
In theory, he's your 1-point mop-up monster, but every now and then you need to throw him in a heroic sacrifice against something big and scary.
So this looks like a production version. Is this available? Will be soon?
Very soon. April 1st is the street date. It is literally going out right now as we speak. So it is the real deal. That's a pre-production sample, but it's going to look almost exactly like this. So.
Wow. And you have a couple of other things coming up in the next few months as well.
We have an expansion to our dice game Bears. We call it Bears Trail Mixed. It's a single white die, and the deal is it's an oversized die. You roll that before everyone plays, and it gives you one global new rule for the whole table. So it may change up, like runners maybe can be scored up for more points, or maybe you can't re-roll your dice without making a pair, so it changes the core mechanics of the Bears game, which is already a crazy, frantic little dice bearing thing, into now you have new strategy that gets thrown in, and because you roll every time it's a new round, it's a new way to score every round. So it's more chaos for an already chaotic game.
Excellent.
That's going to be in June. June.
Okay.
And then the big one coming out, Anne-Marie designed a, let's see, resource management, worker placement spellcasting witch game. And we are really excited.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. And it is a heck of a game. It's called The Village Crone. We're shooting for fall, which hopefully will be September.
Okay.
And it is 1 to 6 players. The idea is you're a witch and you've encountered this medieval village of Wickersby. And you want to become the Village Crone, the renowned, wise old woman.
Okay.
And the idea being there, what you're going to do is score points, like most games. But you do that by casting spells and enchanting the villagers and stuff. So there's 6 modular boards that are locations in the place, like the mill, the farm, etc. Each one has a villager that goes with it. You are then going to cast your spells and do assorted things to achieve, which is scheme cards. Each scheme has a couple of goals you want to hit. Hit all the goals on a scheme card, flip it over, you score that card. And they range from 1 to 3 points, and the difficulty is scale. 1 card is pretty easy to get. A 3 is a little more challenging. You're going to have to do things like send your familiars out to the different locations, and they'll get you resources. Resources are ingredients, like fire, flour, soil. These are how you cast your spells. You're going to have to both spend ingredients, like, say, fire and flour, and then recite an incantation, an actual magical incantation, which will do something like turn a villager into a frog, move them from one place to another, get you a new familiar so you have more resource gathering workers. It is a hoot. Just spaying the incantations alone is a lot of fun, but the whole idea of trying to take over this town and achieve these goals, and you can even mess with other witches along the way, is really fantastic. We've never seen another game that captures that witchy spell feel like this, and it's probably the closest we've done to a Euro game, I would say. It's much more strategy based, there's very little luck, and it's also like a lot of our games, so it's really easy to pick up. I mean, I taught you half the game already.
Excellent.
And it's really fast, really fun. Plays 1 to 6 players. We're saying 90 minutes. That's probably your first game. After that, you're going to blow through it way faster. So that is coming out, like I said, in September. We are super excited. So
very, very cool. Justin, thank you for speaking with us. Justin from Fireside Games. We'll be looking for all of these in the next few months.
Sounds good.